Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy J-Nark, aka Chris World. Today we got a new rebuild. We are rebuilding the Carolina Panthers. We did it a couple months ago, but this time we're redoing it as there has been obviously some trades and new acquisitions that happened to the team. And obviously the new draft picks we got onto the team, of course. And we obviously have Sam Darnold as our new quarterback, as Teddy B did get traded to the Broncos. So the Panthers are riding with Sam Darnold to be their guy, their quarterback. All right, so after fixing up the team, now we should have the players that we need. So if we take a look, we got Sam Darnold, who is a 70 overall, and he's a scheme fit though. We got Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, David Moore, and Terrace Marshall, who I forgot they drafted as well. And obviously Curtis Samuel went to the team called the Washington football team to pair up with Terry McLaurin. So this is what the squad looks like. Not too bad. Does need a little bit of some upgrades, but it's overall not too bad of a squad that I really feel like could do some damage, as we also have JC Horn here too. And so I would touch up the team maybe just a little bit, maybe see if we could sign like maybe a left tackle, you know, Russell Okung. We have a lot of money, but honestly I feel like it's better off we just wait, see how this builds up, and see if how well we perform. So let's just sit into the playoffs and see how well we do. So we actually ended up making the playoffs, going 8-8, which is kind of surprising. We were the 3rd seed in our division. The Saints were the 2nd with 8-8, and the Buccaneers were 9-7. So 3 teams made it, and we were one of them. So Panthers are back in playoff contention, which is kind of a shock to me. But we have 77 offense and 84 defense. Let's check the stats out. We were 23rd offensively. Sam Darnold was 10th in passing TDs and 29th in passing yards, and our defense was 12th. So Sam Darnold, good year. 34 touchdowns, 9 picks, 62 completion percentage, 97.2 passer rating. Christian McCaffrey, 1,200 yards, 5 TDs, not too bad. David Moore had 749 yards. Robbie Anderson had 11 touchdown catches, which is really good. And defensively, Hassan Reddick, who I forgot we picked up, had 11 sacks. So that was a good signing for us. Brian Burns had 7, Derek Brown had 4, and then we had a lot of interceptions with our defense, which is pretty good. So we made the playoffs, and we are currently 8-8. Sam Darnold is now 74, so he's obviously progressed overall wise. Offensive line still the same. I mean, everyone's still healthy, but not the greatest. You know what I'm saying? And I like our receiver core a lot, so all we can do is really upgrade the tight end position once it comes time. But Hassan Reddick has been performing really well. So is the rest of the D-line. Daquan Jones is injured, as we see here. He has a broken hand, so he's out. Our corners are really good too, and Jeremy Chin has definitely upgraded a lot, so that's pretty nice. So we could have a deep playoff run, but let's see. We're facing the division rivals, the Tom Brady. Oh, so we did actually beat the Buccaneers 30-14, which is kind of a shock to me, considering that I don't see the Buccaneers losing to the Panthers. But now we're facing the 8-8 Cowboys. Let's see how well we perform there. We won 23-17. Okay, guys, we're 8-8, right? Sam Darnold has led the Panthers to beat 2 teams, and now we're facing the Packers. What is going on here? We're facing the Packers, who were 10-6 to go to the Super Bowl, and we ended up losing 42-28. But I'm not even mad, because that's actually really good, considering we went to the conference championship with the Panthers. So let's see the players who made it. Christian McCaffrey made it. Any of our offensive linemen? No. D linemen? No. Hassan Reddick made it though, which is really nice to see. Jeremy Chin made it too. So we had a couple guys that made it, not too much, not too crazy. View message from a breakout player, Lano Hill. I don't know. I mean, we already went past, so we get to upgrade our players now as the season is over. I want to see how we did actually. Let's see if so Aaron Rodgers threw 5 TDs and blasted us, of course. So we beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Brady threw 4 picks and got sacked 3 times, so that's why they lost. And then Sam Darnold threw a TD, nothing too crazy. Christian McCaffrey had a good rushing game, of course. And then our defense, Shaq Thompson had 2 picks, AJ Boye had a pick, Brian Burns had 2 sacks. Okay. Troy Pride, AJ Boye, and Shaq Thompson all picked them off, so that's really nice. And against the Cowboys, Sam Darnold threw 3 touchdowns, got sacked 3 times. Dak Prescott threw 1 touchdown, got sacked once. Zeke obviously killed us running the ball, but David Moore, 7 catches, 132 yards, 2 TDs, really did his thing. And then defense. Okay, so we got killed by the Cowboys, but we did get the job done. So we ended up winning, so that's what matters. But against the Packers, so Aaron Rodgers threw 5 touchdowns, got picked off once, and got sacked once. We threw two touchdowns, got picked off once, and got sacked twice. We got killed by them running the ball. David Moore had 2 catches, 100 yards, 1 TD. Same with Juwan Winfrey, though. It's pretty interesting. 2 catches, 82 yards, 1 TD. Looks like Devontae Adams wasn't healthy either. It looks like Devontae Adams was not healthy, so they're doing this all without Devontae, which is pretty interesting to see. And our defense, we got a sack there. We caused some pain, you know what I'm saying? But now that it's the Super Bowl, let's see who takes it between the Chiefs and the Packers. So Packers ended up losing the Super Bowl to Mahomes, 31-24. Tyreek Hill won Super Bowl MVP. Aaron Rodgers won NFL MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. He must have had a crazy year without Devontae. I actually want to take a look at that. 38 touchdowns, 9 picks, 1,300 yards, 10 TDs. Devontae definitely did get injured towards the end of the season for sure. But that's pretty interesting nonetheless. But we have 5 players ready to negotiate. We have Taylor Moton, our starting right tackle. Definitely deserves it. And we're going to give him some money. We get him back. Michael Schofield. He's a good depth guard, so we could sign him, but he doesn't want to. The rest of these guys want to go, so all we could do is really just let them go. Trent Scott is a backup, so let's see, maybe he accepts this. So we get our backup right tackle back as well. And so now that we're here into free agency, we can see what options are available. So Richard Sherman is a free agent. He's sitting here. We have Sam Darnold, who we're rocking with for sure. I do want a number 2 running back, but we could just draft them. And then receivers are good as well too. Tight ends, we have Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz would be a bad option pickup, you know, but we could always draft a tight end as well too. And at left tackle, there isn't much going on here, so we might just keep these young guys for sure. And we need a right guard. So Lawrence Duvernay-Tardif, we're gonna see if we could sign him. He's coming back from a complete PCL tear, so hopefully he fits the squad. Left end, Brian Burns, obviously he's a beast. D tackles are good. Right end, we got Yetur Gross-Motos. Left outside linebacker, Shaq Thompson. I don't know how I feel about him, so we might end up moving on from him. And Hassan Reddick did his thing for sure, so we're just going to sign a backup, and Ben Gideon. He's going to be a backup to Hassan Reddick, who definitely deserved that. And let's see, I want to move on from AJ Boye because he is old, and Shaq Thompson. So AJ Boye would be a contract. Yeah, so we can't even get rid of them if we wanted to. So we're just going to have to make do with these guys for sure and just keep it pushing. Rashawn Melvin is still on the team, and he didn't even play. We can't even release him either, so that's fun. But let's advance to next week, see if we sign these guys. So we get Ben Gideon, and we got a new starting right guard, which is nice. Perfect. We have a 5th-year option. Who do we pick up? Sam Darnold's name. He'll be due for an extension in about a year. We'll pick him up for sure. We'll pick him up. He had a good year. Let's take a look at him overall. I forgot what it was working with. Quarterback, Sam Darnold. Look at his stats and contract. So yeah, he had 34 touchdowns, 9 picks. That's a big boost from his sophomore and rookie season, and his rating went up as well too. So he should be a plus for us. That's so I'm working with that. And we have another 5th-year option to pick up. We have DJ Moore. We'll pick him up. He's a superstar, so he should definitely be in our plans. So now we're in the draft here. Patriots just drafted another quarterback in Eric Bradley, another quarterback from Alabama. The disrespect is insane. But here we are with our first pick in the draft. A center wouldn't be too bad here. We got James Roman, mid-first rounder. We also have a corner here. I feel like a center wouldn't be too bad of an option to pick up, because I'm not really liking the middle linebackers they got here. They have a kid named Max Jenkins who looks pretty amazing, but we also want, there's no one for left outside linebacker. D-line we're pretty good with. It's mainly just the offensive line that I'm trying to get at here, but there's no good real pieces here. So I'm going to draft that center, James Roman. He's a 75 overall. We're going to see if we can trade away Max Paradis. So now we're in the 2nd round here. I think I'm gonna go for a running back if it's possible. If it's possible, there aren't any good running backs available. So what I'm going to do, we're going to send to the end of the draft and then see if we can trade and move some pieces around. Let's take it to the draft recap, see what else we drafted. We drafted a tight end, running back, a bunch of players, and then we also got a quarterback in the 7th round. Not too bad. So in Matt Rule's first year, we did go... Okay, we got some guys back too. So some corners that we don't need. AJ Boye... He's going to have to stay there. I guess Troy Pride did his thing. I'm going to get rid of Rashawn Melvin. We don't need him onto the team, so we're going to get rid of him. And then, what am I doing? So, safeties are good. I'm happy with our safeties. Lano Hill, we're going to let him rock for now. Right outside linebacker, we have Ben Gadeon backing up Hassan Reddick. We do need another middle linebacker for sure, but for now, we're going to keep that as it is. D-line, I'm actually pretty happy with the D-line, so it's nothing... for me to worry about that much. So Matt Paradis, so he's a 78 overall. We'd save about $7 million by moving him around, so maybe we can move him around for possibly like a tight end or a left tackle. So let's see what is available for us. So we got Matt Paradis here, see if he gets any value from any teams. He actually doesn't. So I'm gonna see if we could trade for like a younger left tackle. Maybe if a team has like multiple left tackles, maybe we could go after that, you know. So we got Colton Miller here. I feel like he would be a good fit for the Panthers. So if we go for Colton Miller, give them a 4th in Matt Paradis for Colton Miller, it went through. So cool. We just got our new starting left tackle, which is pretty nice. We have a center as well too, though, that we're not too worried about. And we have Greg Little and Cameron Irving. Cameron Irving is a good depth tackle. So let's see maybe if we could get like a pick back for him. If we get like a 4th back for Cameron Irvin. Okay, so we probably get like around a 5th. So that's not too bad, I'd say. Okay, maybe a 6 would work. If a 6 doesn't work, then we have to go to another team. But okay, so we got rid of Cameron Irving. So now we have Greg Little backing him up. We just upgraded that left tackle position immensely. And tight end is still a position that I want to address. But... only team I feel like I could go after is go to is David Njoku on the Browns. Let's see if he's still there. We could have traded Matt Paradis to them too, but nonetheless, that's fine. We got David Njoku, who's an 80 overall. I like him as a player, so let's see if we could get him for a 3rd. They say they need significantly more value. A 3rd and a 5th for David Njoku. Trade-off was accepted. So we just got our new star tight end, and we just gave up some picks for him, but that works out for us because now we have a left tackle and a tight end. So we just upgraded the offensive line. We drafted a new center. We have David Njoku now as our top target at tight end. Sam Darnold has a buffed up offensive line, which helps out a lot. And we just need to get like a backup running back for Christian McCaffrey. Middle linebacker, I'm gonna leave it alone with Denzel Perriman. I feel like he'll be just fine, but we're going to sign a backup running back, see who's available. So we have T. Cole here, who fits the scheme. So T. Cole and Christian McCaffrey could be a deadly duo in the backfield for us. So we're going to go along with that. And if there is any middle linebacker available that could fit our scheme, I'd obviously go for him. But there isn't anything that I like, so we're just going to wait till the draft or for free agency. So we made the playoffs again. We ended up going 10-6 during the season. We didn't win our division, but we did finish off better than last year when we were 8-8. Derek Brown unlocked a new ability. Our offense is now at 88 and our defense is an 84. We finished 2nd behind the Saints, who went 11-5. Our offense was 20th. Sam Darnold didn't have that too crazy of a year. 29 touchdowns, 14 picks. An okay year. Christian McCaffrey had 1,200 yards, 5 TDs. Not too bad. And David Moore hit 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. DJ Moore, 858 yards, 7 TDs. David Njoku, 693 yards, 4 TDs. And Robbie Anderson didn't have too much that crazy of a year. Our defense, though, is where it was really popping. So 6.5 sacks for Denzel Perriman. For Brian Burns, 6 for Denzel Perriman, 5 for Hassan Reddick. Got a lot of interceptions from the looks of it. AJ Boye, wow, we had a lot. 10, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 21, 22, 23. So we had 23 interceptions as a defense. So that's pretty amazing. And we had 1 defensive touchdown from Jeremy Chin. And so our offense is 20th, and our defense was probably like top 5, honestly. 11th. So we had like 24 interceptions, but we were only top 5 defense. Let's take a look at the team. So Sam Darnold's now 77. Christian McCaffrey's at 99. DJ Moore's at 91. David Moore's an 80. Robbie Anderson's an 88. David Njoku's an 82. Roman's at 77. We're missing our starting left guard, Pat Elfine. He has a foot fracture, so he's out. And then we have Colton Miller, who's now an 83. Defense, it's pretty solid. Everyone's still the same. D-line is pretty good too. Corners are looking pretty solid. Looks like one of our guys are injured as well. So I wonder. Looks like J.C. Horn is probably injured. I don't see him in the depth chart. Quad tear, so he's out. And he's in IR. So we could sign a corner to add along. But I feel like our team is doing all right without him. But for now, I think I will just sign a corner. Just to be sure that like during this playoff run, we'll be all right. And one person I do like, let's go with Patrick Peterson. I like Patrick Peterson a lot. Always been a fan of him. So we're going to sign him to help us out in our playoff run. But we're facing the 9-7 Washington football team. And we actually took an L 27-16. So we didn't go far as we did the first year. But that's fine. Let's see how that game went actually. So Chiefs blasted the Colts, by the way. So Sam Darnold threw a touchdown and a pick. And it looks like PJ Walker came in the game, threw a touchdown, and got sacked once. Nick Mullins was the starter. Okay. Christian McCaffrey did his thing running the ball, of course. DJ Moore had a great game. Defense, Derek Brown did his thing. So looks like Sam Darnold, you know, don't know what to expect of him just yet. So let's upgrade our players. The Super Bowl is Niners and Patriots. And so let's say AJ Boye unlocked a new ability too. He's still unlocking abilities and he's like 32. So Patriots ended up winning 38-27. Sony Michel won Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen won MVP. No one on the Panthers got anything, but not too bad. We have 20 players ready to negotiate. David Njoku, our star tight end, I want to re-sign him. It was a good first year having him there, so we're going to definitely re-sign him. Robbie Anderson we're definitely let walk because he hasn't done much for us as he's been on the team, so we're just going to get rid of him. We re-signed Dante Jackson. Lauren Duvernay-Tardif. I believe we could get a young guard, so that's not too bad. Terrace Marshall definitely needs more shine on the team, so we're going to re-sign him, and then we're going to get him going. Joey Sly, our kicker, he's been pretty solid, so we're going to re-sign him. Morgan Fox, who's been a solid backup, he's asking for a lot, so we're going to have to let him go. Denzel Perriman, we're going to let go. Lano Hill is not too bad as a player, so we're going to re-sign him. Dan Arnold. Pat Elfine hasn't been too bad either. I like him as a backup, so we're going to get him back. Jermaine Carter is a depth middle linebacker, so we're going to get him back too. Marquise Haynes is a backup, but he's asking for $2 million just to be a backup, so which is a lot. We got Frankie Louvu, who's not asking for too much to be a backup, but he's going to test free agency. Understandable. And the rest of these guys we're going to let go. So now we're getting rid of Robbie Anderson, Sam Darnold's first target, but it is what it is. We have young guys that we want to see. We want to see how they perform, so we're going to release Robbie Anderson and work with our receiver core. And let's see who's available in free agency when it comes to the guard positions. So Jair is a free agent, so that'd be an interesting pickup for us if we went after him. We don't have a right guard, but they do have Wyatt Teller available. I think we do go with Wyatt Teller. It's a big increase to our offensive line. Our receivers are good. And we do need a middle linebacker, so signing someone like Foyesade Alakun could be very helpful for our team. So that's who we're going to pick up. He's going to be our new Mike of the defense. And Hunter Long could be a depth tight end for us. And then left guard, we still have Pat Elfine, which I'm okay with for now. Right guard, we're trying to get Wyatt Teller. And then left end is good. Right end is good. Yeah, so right end's good. And we could sign Brent Urban. Or we could draft some. We can't forget about our draft picks. Shaq Thompson, man. If we got rid of him, like, I don't know. I want to get rid of AJ Boye, though. I definitely do. I'm not going to go for Jair, obviously, because that'll just going to be able to afford him, of course. And with a strong safety position here, I'd love to go with Tyrann Mathieu, but we want to be able to afford him. But let's see. Honestly, we could go big and try to get Tyrann Mathieu to help out that defense, make them go crazy. So AJ Boye, we're gonna release him. He's been playing pretty solid for us, but I'm gonna release him anyways, just so we can get our younger corner an option to perform. Shaq Thompson, I feel like if I moved him to middle linebacker, I don't know, because he's not doing anything for the defense when he's there. So let me see what the team looks like actually with him on the team. Offensive line is pretty solid. We have Greg Little playing left guard, right guard for some reason. What is our defensive scheme? It's a 4-3 under. Because if we change to a 3-4, but if we change to a 4-6 defense, it wouldn't be too bad either. Change to a 4-6 defense. Our guys still get lots of PT, and it would fit Shaq Thompson's role now, but we just have to see. We're just gonna have to see what happens with that. So let's advance to next week. So Tyrann Mathieu rejected our offer, but we did get a new middle linebacker, a tight end, and a right guard. So that just helps us out immensely. And if we go into free agents, so we still have some available. Tyrann Mathieu rejected us, but let's see if he's still on the market. Maybe we could try him, but he's not. TJ Watt is sitting here. It's the same as Jair. If we try to get TJ Watt right now, we wouldn't be able to afford him, obviously, but I'm gonna try to just throw him a deal. We can't throw him a deal either, so it doesn't even matter. But let's see if there's like a younger safety option that we could go with. We got Ronnie Harrison Jr. here, who I didn't realize was sitting here, so maybe we could give him a deal, and Eleno could be his backup. It wouldn't be too bad. Safeties were good. Corners were good there too. Middle linebacker, I'm happy with Olakun. We got Sean Hamilton, who will be a run stopper, with Shaq Thompson's a run stopper as well. So let's see if anyone accepts that. Ronnie Harrison rejected us. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to rock with Lano Hill for now. Brian Burns looks to be expecting a new deal and a big raise, so yes, we're gonna definitely keep him around. We're gonna pick him up, no doubt about it. So we picked up Brian Burns' 5th-year option. Not too bad. Now let's advance into the draft. We have the 23rd pick in the draft. I don't know. Part of me thinks if we go for a quarterback, it wouldn't be too bad, but let's just try to address positions that actually would do us justice. So we have Tucker Montague, run stopper. We also have D tackle Eric George. I feel like D tackles are easy to come around to, so I think we're gonna go with the right outside linebacker position with Tucker Montague. I like him. 74 overall, looks pretty solid. So he'll be there backing up Shaq Thompson. So now we're here at this position now. Left guard, there's nothing available still. D tackle, obviously there's always going to be tons of great options on the D line. We got a kid named Eric George. We'll pick him up just so we could get rid of Daquan Jones. And then we're going to send to the end of the draft. Now, if we take a look at the draft recap, after getting George, we got a receiver, a middle linebacker, and a right end. Not too bad. And Daquan Jones is back from injury. So now, with that being said, let's upgrade our players. Brian Burns gets an upgrade. I think I'm going to move on from Daquan Jones for sure. Just because I know we could do better, I'd say. We have a young guy here, so he wouldn't be too bad. Daquan Jones is a captain, though. We're going to remove him as captain. And then we're going to release him. Or honestly, we could trade him away. Maybe we could trade him away for a position we need. because he's still a solid D tackle. So maybe if there's a left guard available, maybe that could work out really well for us. Daquan Jones for a left guard. Okay, so obviously no teams are like trying to trade him away, of course. So now we gotta see if we can find the left guard that would be worth trading for. Maybe the Bears. They're not interested. Cody Ford. Trade was accepted. So we just got Cody Ford. We got a new left guard. That works out. And I'm just gonna sign a couple free agents onto the team just to actually we don't even really need to if we think about it. Sound like Rashad Penny. Okay, so I think our team is looking pretty well. Offensive line, we have some great backups. We do need a backup center. Thankfully, I just remembered that. We need a backup center for sure. Offense looks pretty good though, and defense looks pretty solid as well too. And D-line doesn't look okay. So we're gonna get a backup D tackle, left end. Okay, so let's see if we can do that right now. Backup D tackle, left end. Could get John Simon to be a backup left end. A D tackle like Nathan Shepard. If there's a strong safety, no, there isn't. Another corner. We could sign Grant Haley. And then offensive line, we do need a backup center, I'd say. So Ben Garland, we could pick him up. So we just picked up those guys. So let's send to the playoffs, guys, and see how well we do. So we actually did not make the playoffs. We actually ended up going 8-8. So we regressed back down to how we were before. And now this was Sam Darnold's contract year. We finished with 89 offense and 88 defense. 21st offensively. Sam Darnold, 31 touchdowns, 9 picks. Not bad. Nothing too crazy. 1,100 yards, 5 TDs for Christian McCaffrey. No one was over 1,000 yards for our receivers. Defense, 8.5 sacks for Brian Burns. Good amount of interceptions for our defense though. So it's kind of just like one of those like, you know, I don't know what to say. But 89 offense, 88 defense. Sam Darnold's now 79. 4 years took him to just get to 79. It's kind of an issue for us. But the team is looking really good. DJ Moore is now 94, so he's getting really up there. And our defense is looking pretty solid as ever, of course. And George is now an 75, so that's looking pretty good. But still not enough. We got to do something. We got to make a move. Super Bowl is Browns Cowboys. And the Browns end up winning 38-35. Baker wins MVP. No one from our team won anything, so now we got to re-sign some players. So DJ Moore definitely has to get re-signed to us. We're going to re-sign DJ Moore. Son Reddick, he had one solid season, but we're going to let him walk, actually. As crazy as that is, but we're going to definitely let him walk. Re-signing Colton Miller to a deal. We get him back. J.C. Horn, our starting corner. We're going to definitely re-sign him. And then we also have David Moore, who's our one of our leading receivers who's actually been playing pretty well for us. So we're going to re-sign him. Cody Ford, definitely going to re-sign him as well too. Solid left guard, nothing too crazy. We got Grant Haley as well. Sam Darnold is honestly my biggest issue here because I don't know if he's like, if he could. He brought us to the conference championship once, so it's kind of just like I don't know what we do with him. It's like either we keep him or it's like we let him go, you know. And so we got the rest of these guys here who I'm not really too worried about. Like, I want to re-sign Sam Darnold. I do. I really do. Like, he's pretty solid for us. Like, but we could draft someone. We went 8-8. We could draft a quarterback, trade maybe. So the thing with Sam Darnold is like He didn't play bad with his years with us. 34 touchdowns, 9 picks, 29 touchdowns, 14 picks, 31 touchdowns, 9 picks. Again, it was his best passer rating year. He had a good completion percentage. Like, he, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult what we do with him. Because if we let him go, then we'd have to hope to God that we could either draft or sign someone. And, you know, putting our hopes into that might not be the smartest thing, because Sam Darnold's already accustomed with the team. So maybe we'll just re-sign Sam Darnold. We probably won't be able to afford him, but let's see what happens. You don't have enough salary cap, so we're gonna, you know what, we're gonna let Sam Darnold go. As dumb as that is, as that sounds, we're gonna let him go. Same thing with Hassan Reddick. We're gonna let him go too, because he didn't perform like we needed him to. And so Sam Darnold, we saved $22 million by releasing him. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to release Sam Darnold. And same thing with Rashad Penny. We're going to release him as well too, because we could always draft a running back. So now to release those guys, let's advance to next week. We have to go for a new quarterback. It's a new season upon us. A new season is here. Grady Jarrett's a free agent. That's crazy. So quarterbacks available. Sam Darnold's obviously the highest rated quarterback that is available here. We can't afford him though, for whatever it means. So we're gonna just pick up Drew Lock. We're gonna give Drew Lock a deal just in case we're not able to sign anyone. And then at the outside linebacker position, we have Shaq Thompson still doing his thing, so it's not too bad. And then we also have Montague here, who's gonna be our scheme fit. He's gonna be our new guy running that position, so I'm not too worried about that. And then safeties, we're good. We could always draft someone. So those are really the big positions of need. The only thing we could really do is look at as if like Shaq Thompson is a player we have to like get rid of. So we'd save some money, but he's a scheme fit now and he's a captain. So we're gonna keep him around for sure. But let's see if we pick up Drew Lock just in case we're not able to draft a quarterback. So we picked up Drew Lock. Okay, not too bad. We give him a 3-year deal, see how he performs for us. 5th-year option. Derek Brown, who will be expecting a big raise. Yeah, we'll like to keep him around, no question about it. Okay. And so I want to see if maybe we could use Drew Lock to trade up for a higher pick. So a team that has like a top 5 pick maybe. So the Cardinals have a top 5 pick. They want a tight end. We give them Hunter Long for maybe David Njoku. Let's see if that goes through. Okay, it would, but it wouldn't at the same time. So right end, we have Yetur Gross-Matos, who only has 10 sacks for us. Give them Yetur Gross-Matos for their first, and then we give them our second round pick, and Yetur Gross-Matos, and a third. Wow, that doesn't go through. That's crazy. Because I don't know. I don't want to put all my faith into Drew Lock, but we're going to have to see how that goes, honestly. The draft is here. Let's look at the draft board and look at the players that are available. So they got a kid named... So they got 2 first-round QBs. One is a kid named Emmanuel Lowe. He's an early first-rounder. He's Oklahoma. And we also have Vince Morris. So Emmanuel Lowe is probably going to go with the first pick, and we're going to have to trade with the Eagles. We're going to have to give everything we need to the Eagles just so we have our situation set up. So we're going to give them Drew Lock, who they could be interested in. Give them for first straight up. See if that goes through. Nothing. So we're going to have to give them, we're going to have to break bank for this. So for this to go through, we have to give them Pat Elflein. Okay, that's not even going to work. I'm not giving them Brian Burns. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give them our second of this year, our first of next year, and Drew Lock. See if that goes through. Make a better offer. Our first and a second, and Drew Lock. Wow, that doesn't go through. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't want to risk waiting. Hold on. What quarterback do they have? Oh, they have Jameis Winston. Oh, they're good. Oh, they're straight. Okay, so this is the Giants we have to worry about because they probably will move on. So we need their second pick. We could give them... This straight up doesn't work either, but if we try this, maybe this goes through. Trade offer was accepted. So we just got the second pick in the draft. All right. Okay, so they drafted a receiver. We have the second pick in the draft. We're going to pick up quarterback Emmanuel Lowe, 76 overall. He's ranked number 3 in true value. Drafted him at number 2. That's fine with me. He's a higher overall than Drew Lock, so we're good on that. So we don't have a pick till the 3rd round. So now that we're here, we got a couple players that are available that look pretty solid. I did see a first-round receiver, but I need a right outside linebacker. I mean, we're actually pretty good at the linebacker position, I'd say. So it's not like something I'm stressing about right now. Like, because the D-line is good. Left end, they do have a kid named Christian Ware who's sitting here. And they also have, yeah, let's go with that left end. Since he's a first-round player, let's pick him up. 73 overall. He's ranked number 19 in true value. Pretty solid for depth. So let's jump to the end of the draft now. Now that we look at the draft recap, we picked up that quarterback, then the left end. Then we obviously got some backup players. So now we picked up a quarterback with the 2nd pick in the draft. A big blockbuster move, but we had to do it just to make sure that we get the guy we wanted. So we did. We have Emmanuel Lowe. He's going to lead us to the promised land, hopefully. And let's see how he performs for us. Our team is looking pretty good nonetheless. And I'm pretty happy with how it looks like. We're just going to sign probably a running back just to back us up. And then our linebackers are pretty good. D-line is pretty solid too. So we're looking pretty good, honestly. We're looking really good. So this should be a good season. And let's advance to next week. We're going to sign that one backup running back. We're going to sign Javonte Williams. Perfect. And let's see if Emmanuel Lowe can lead us to the promised land. So we ended up making the playoffs, going in 9-7 with Emmanuel Lowe. We always keep making it to the wild card, but nonetheless, I'm glad we made it. We have a 92 offense and an 88 defense. We finished 3rd in our division. Every team went positive. Falcons went 10-6. Buccaneers went 9-7. We went 9-7, and the Saints went 9-7. Our offense was 21st, so Emmanuel Lowe had an okay year. Our defense was 6th, so we had a good ranked defense. Emmanuel Lowe had 27 touchdowns, 12 picks, 97.2 passer rating. Not bad for rookie season. Christian McCaffrey, 11 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. Pretty solid. DJ Moore and David Njoku both had over 900 yards apiece, so that's really nice to see. Our defense, though, this is where I'm interested in. So Derek Brown had 8.5 sacks. Shaq Thompson had 6. Brian Burns had 5.5. And then we had a good amount of interceptions, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For 12, compared to that one year, we had like 30. We had like almost 25. So that's pretty cool to see. So we're facing the Seahawks. We have a 92 offense. Emmanuel Lowe is an 83, was superstar development. He's already our highest rated quarterback that we had all rebuild. Offensive line is great. The team looks pretty nice, honestly. Our team looks really good. So, and our defense is looking pretty solid too. D-line is obviously coming out beastly. And so let's see how we perform against the Seahawks. Hopefully it ain't no heartbreak. See if we can take a dub. We do. We won 23-17. So in Emmanuel Lowe's first game, in the first playoffs, his first season, he won this first game. Now we're facing the 11-5 Lions, divisional game. We ended up taking an L 21-14, but it looks like the Panthers are in good standing. The team looks pretty built to win, honestly. I'm not mad that we lost that because it was Emmanuel Lowe's first taste of like the playoffs. But if we take a look, at our okay, so the wild card, we beat the Seahawks. So Emmanuel Lowe threw 2 touchdowns and got sacked twice. Russell Wilson threw 2 touchdowns, got picked off once, and got sacked once. So that's something to think about. And our defense did their thing. Jeremy Chin and Brian Burns combined for a sack, and J.C. Horn got a pick. So we did our thing in that game. In the divisional, though, that we lost, let's see how that was. So Emmanuel Lowe threw 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and got sacked 3 times. While Jared Goff threw 2 touchdowns, got picked off once. And their running back, DeAndre Swift, did their thing against us. Our defense, Foyesado Okun got a sack. Got a pick, but we didn't generate any pressure, so they got to us. So I'm not too mad with that. So, hey, with these rebuilds, the Panthers look like they're set for success. Hey, that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool to me. Let's look at the Pro Bowl roster. Emmanuel Lowe did not make it, but we had, let's see what players made the Pro Bowl. David Njoku made it. Offensive line, Wyatt Teller made it. It's pretty nice. D-line, Derek Brown made it. Shaq Thompson made it. Cornerback, corners, none of our guys made it. Safeties, none of our guys made it. But not too bad. So overall, pretty good rebuild, I'd say. This is a very playoff caliber team from the looks of it. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what other teams you want to see me rebuild. We're getting closer and closer to Madden 22 dropping, and hopefully you guys are sticking around for that. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and remember, you gotta be your fiend to succeed. Peace.